Game hype.
We got Mike Garafolo, and today we have Sean O'Hara.
Super Bowl champ, Sean O'Hara.
Happy Saturday, everybody. It's one of my favorite days of the week.
Is it?
Especially when you're a player. You know why? It's donut day.
Oh, yeah,
Rookies bring in breakfast sandwiches, donuts. Friday. Saturday's a walkthrough.
Friday's pizza day. Saturday's donut day.
Yes, you're catching a theme.
Yep.
Hey, you should pay attention. Look at you.
So Mike Robb, he is off today. He has a big game this afternoon on NFL Network. He's on the call of UAB and Southern Miss. Kickoff at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, so check him out. He's not here with us today, but he will be on the network a little later
See you,
on.
Rob.
It is Week 10, everybody. Check out the schedule. We got 3 games between teams with winning records, all in the NFC there. Panthers at Packers. Can Green Bay bounce back after that ugly game last week against the Chargers? Sunday Night Football, that's an awesome one. Vikings on the road at Dallas. And then on Monday, the 7-2 Seahawks against the undefeated Niners. A huge game in the NFC West. It's finally here. I feel like we've been waiting forever for that one. Let's hit the walkthrough here. Starting in Cincinnati for Ravens and Bengals. Baltimore flying high after handing New England their first loss of the year. Now they got to avoid giving the Bengals their first win. Lamar Jackson playing like an MVP right now, while rookie Ryan Finley will start for Cincy in place of Andy Dalton. So, D-Hall, what do you want to see in this one?
Well, you talk about the rookie Ryan Finley starting, right? I want to see this Baltimore defense really go at him. This is what Baltimore is known for, is defense. We know now with Lamar Jackson, his offense is different, it's creative. We saw what they did to New England, and so for me, it's not about Baltimore's offense. We know what they can do. For this team to be what we want them to be, that defense has to continue to keep performing and keep elevating their game. I'm continuing to see Marlon Humphreys and that secondary, Earl, Peters, make plays, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing.
Trap game, right?
It is a trap game.
It's definitely a trap game.
It's like the definition of a trap game.
Quarterback.
Rookie, yep.
Lamar missed a day of practice because he was sick.
You
got Yonda's out.
Careful, what's wrong?
How many years did I cover you? You told me trap games didn't exist.
Yeah.
You liar.
We were trying to diffuse the noise.
Man, we used to have a bell out here. I wish I could bring that right now. So there's the bell sound, everybody. Hey, Rams at Steelers, Pittsburgh, coming off the win over Indy. Now they play the defending NFC champs, averaging 27 points a game. The Steelers haven't scored more than 27 in any game this year. So, Sean, what's the key here?
Yeah, it's all about the steel curtain. I think when you look at what the Steelers have done and how they've been able to win football games, obviously the Colts game was a big win for them, with Jacoby Brissett going down. But this Rams offense, you talk about how many points they scored, and they're coming off the bye week. So the pressure is on the Steelers defense to find a way to keep this game close, because when you don't have Ben, you don't have the offensive firepower that you normally would.
James Conner's out.
Yeah, Conner's out as well. They're going to need plays like that. Turnovers. You've got to find a way to get pressure on Goff. And this defense, they've been getting after the quarterback. Bud Dupree, T.J. Watt. They've also been stifling running backs. Think about this. The Steelers defense, they haven't given up a touchdown to a running back since week 4. So for those of you that have Todd Gurley or Henderson, it might be a tough day for those running backs.
Yeah, and Sean McVay is just like on the bye week, like how do I get this done? How do I figure out the wrinkles here? Panthers at Packers, and that's at Lambeau. Green Bay, they crushed that humble pie. So now a 26-11 loss to the Chargers. That was. Now they have the Panthers, and they have officially shelved Cam Newton for the season. He's on IR. So Kyle Allen makes his 7th straight start, Jeezy.
Yeah, and he said he was never really looking over his shoulder or anything. It was, and look, the way he played seemed to indicate that. But now he knows, for an extended period of time, this is going to be my team, okay? And Cam Newton not necessarily ruled out for the season, but should he come back at that point, it means that they're still alive in the playoffs, which means that Kyle Allen has played well. So it is Kyle Allen's team. But I think the undertold story here is that Cam Newton has been actually really incredibly supportive. And I know the theories out there on what kind of a guy he is and what kind of a president. He's been tremendous in his support of Kyle Allen and letting him and the rest of the team know that, that they come first here. So really interesting to watch, to see how he's going to continue to be supportive throughout the stretch here, the backstretch of the season.
Yeah, what was it, an Instagram that Kyle Allen put up of the two of them hugging?
And it was
really adorable.
And a lot of
heartwarming.
But that's why I started to ask some people about this, and it's absolutely really what's happening behind the scenes.
So totally different from the commercial with the little kid when he was like, whoa, hold on.
Exactly.
Well, that's perfect, because that's what you want to see out of Cam. For this team to be successful, they need Cam to.
That's right.
Be on
You're getting it
board
so
with
far.
Of course. And then coming up on Monday night, Seahawks. They finally meet the league's last undefeated team, the Niners. MVP frontrunner there, Russell Wilson, trying to stay hot against the top total defense in the league. All right, D-Hall, how can the Seahawks hand the Niners their first L of the year?
Look, this is the game. This is the game we've been wanting to see. Seattle and San Francisco. I want to see how San Fran can handle this mobile quarterback and probably one of the most electrifying players in the National Football League. I think Russ Wilson is the MVP right now. And so for me, how does Rob Saleh contain Russell Wilson? He's been around him for a long time, because he was in Seattle. That's what I'm looking forward to, and I think everybody will be watching this game because it is the marquee matchup this week.
It's the test to see if this Niners team is for real, for sure. And then another